Hello, everyone. What's happening? Happy Monday. How is there a hype train when I'm not even here? What are you guys doing? Thank you so much for the gifts up. Oh, was it Loop the Loop? Hi, how are you doing? How did that happen? Wait. Oh, no, hype trains make me nervous. They make me nervous. Drink water. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yes, let's get to it. And assume correct posture once hydrated. Okay. How about that? Is that good? How are we today? Oh man, I kind of lost track of time. Uh, Foraging for mush. I was trying to find fallen limbs of trees and dead, what people generally perceive as weeds, so I could create a little corner for the insects before they come to maintenance around the park where people walk. So the bugs have somewhere to go during winter. But I was kind of having a good time foraging in the early morning hours. It's kind of nice. What about you guys? Have you been up for long? Have you been doing things? I've been so busy. The day hasn't even started. Hi, Tylos. Yeah, you got a gift sub. Hi, Riku. How are you doing today? Freaking. Is it because of their group hugs? Too much hype. No hype. Oh shit. What do you want it to say, Tylos? I'll go make it right away. Let me see. We do need one. Add new command. You need to be over here. I should really get like a mouse. uh, Here it is. Oh, and I need my gloves. Whatever I like, I hate making decisions. I'm so bad at making decisions because making a decision means saying no to everything. Do you know how hard that is? If you're aware, I'm not good at it. I was trying to find fallen limbs. Yeah, I was, Tylos. I succeeded. I found a place where I can start getting some fallen limbs in a corner where no one really comes anyway. So yeah, I had a busy morning during the walk. I kind of purposefully went into places of the park where we normally don't go. Winston was really weird about it. Also, I'm gonna say it because I want proof of it. I was standing by the pond, and I don't know where he came from. Remember that I said there was a man on the highway? Well, highway. It's not a highway, but the big road on the other side of the park. A Sunday morning, I think, which was I got such bad vibes, and this morning I was standing by the pond, and he must have somehow walked from behind me because if he had used the natural path that everyone uses, especially now it's getting colder and mushy and mud, I would have heard him walk. Suddenly there was a man, and I'm talking about 5:30 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. And when I noticed him, he started to walk away. I'm terrified. What's happening? Just so you know, if I don't let anyone know that I'm not streaming and I don't appear, please call someone. I don't know what's going on, but I'm really freaking out. I never see people at that hour. That's why I go at that hour, because then, what the hell? I'm so scared. Now, I do have some things on my body to protect myself, but I had no idea where he came from. I didn't hear him approach, I didn't see him, and I do actually keep an eye out because it's still morning and I'm still a woman. This is just what you do. No matter what time of day, you keep an eye out of nowhere. That was terrifying. So, just so you know, if I'm not here and I'm not telling you that I won't be here, make some noise, please, because that's the second time in a week, and that a few days, really. No, in a week. That's just weird. It's just weird. Maybe it's a coincidence, but I want proof out there of this fact. A guy with a hoodie, exactly the same hoodie. I feel like as the guy that I saw on the road. I really feel like it's the same guy. So why I still went foraging, I don't know. But I wanted to. I wanted to. It was a very moody, cloudy, bruised sky, dark purple and red. So it was really pretty outside as well. And I guess it started to be lighter, and there was people walking already. So, but yeah. Anyway, um, but yeah. Thank goodness it has ended. Whatever I like, and blah 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 blah. I don't know a lot of students put some hype emotes together and make it a command. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. So yeah, that might. I swear, it's never boring. I don't leave my house, and when I do, it's always trouble. But I have to. I have a cat that I named after a dog, and now he thinks he's a dog, so it's my own fault. I know. This is the bed I've made. Good morning, Borky. How are you doing today? No, I wish it was a ghost. I'm not scared of ghosts. It's humans that are actually terrifying. Ghosts, I'm good. I'd love to have a chat. Like, what's it like? How do you deal with walls? Do you see the inside, or do you just kind of teleport through them? How does it work? Can you teleport at all? Are you stuck to one place? And if so, do you have a radius? Does it feel like never mind. Maybe go somewhere else for a week or two. Yeah, no, well, I wish I could. I mean, and I could try to find another park, but this one is just the closest by, you know. I don't know. When I got Lisa wearing a hoodie isn't exactly normal, but yeah. No, this is true, but it was the way he walked. The way I don't know. I have CPTSD, so when something traumatic happens, and being uh, having CPTSD means you're a little bit more susceptible to it. So that experience burned itself into my brain. When I had someone at my door pretending to be from the internet provider trying to get inside my home because it was just a random stranger trying to get into my home, I still remember everything about that guy, from the color of the details of his shoes. Not his shoes, faded red, his everything. So when I saw that guy in a place where he wasn't supposed to be, for one, at a time that I have never, and I take these walks a lot, right? So somewhere in the early morning hours, I have done that for forever, and so that was a slightly traumatic experience. It's just how my brain works. Can't help it. But it's pretty helpful, because if I ever see that guy who tried to get into my home somewhere, I will immediately call the police, because that was weird. None of my neighbors saw him, even though there were neighbors outside working in the garden. He tried to get inside my home with a ruse. He had a weird cardboard box underneath his arm that had very suspicious stuff in it. His shoes were already untied. You can fill in the gaps. No one saw him. No one saw him disappear. The police tried to find him. He was gone. The internet provider had absolutely no clue what I was talking about. So it really wasn't. He tried to get into my home. So where am I supposed to go? You know what I mean? At some point, it's not me anymore. It's the men. I'm so sorry, but men need to leave me alone. I'm not even safe in my own home sometimes. It's ridiculous. Not a bunch of hype emotes when I sent a text that shares a lot of group hugs. Yeah, I was thinking of something like that. Something like that. Yeah, that's a good one. Um, I'll try to set something up in the first sprint, which we will go into in about 8 minutes. It's already there, so I just have to write it down. Let's just keep it at that, Borky, a football hooligan, because listen, I've had a lot of weird experiences. Okay, it's really better to assume the worst sometimes, but let's keep it at that. Humans are the demons that we were scared of as children. We just didn't know it yet. In my morning walk to the bakery, I had a scenario too where I encountered a lone hooded person sitting on a bench in the chilly foggy morning air reading a book. That's not suspicious at all. That could have been me. The fluffy purple hoodie with cat ears and paws was great at diffusing tension though. You see? That's something different. I can't get myself a gumboree. For one, it's illegal, and two, it kind of goes against my principles. You know, I try to stay out of everyone's way, just to not get into situations like this. But there is really no safe place. In fact, when I did the walk last Friday for Patreon, after I had stopped the recording and I was making some footage for the little video I make to accompany it. I had put my bag and stuff on the floor because I was really overheating. I'd walked too fast. I thought I'd lost my tripod, so I've been running, which was unnecessary. So my stuff was to my right, and this old guy, like in his 50s, 60s, which is not elderly, but you know, older, comes jogging by, and you know, I live in a small town, and I just say hello and good night to everyone. It's what you do when you live in a small town. So, hello, and I go back to what I'm doing, and he jogs by, and just next to my stuff, he stops, and I had my headphones on, not on, but just ready to go because I was really ready to leave the forest, and he stops next to my stuff, and he starts talking. So I instantly deadened my face and just stared at him. I gave him the Cillian Murphy silent treatment. And then he said something again, looked a little bit offended. No response, just being the creepy Victorian child, standing absolutely still, not blinking, eye contact, no facial expression. And then he got a bit uncomfortable, and he sat down around the corner, still within reach of my stuff, basically. So what am I supposed to do? I'm in the middle of nowhere, literally in the middle of nowhere, and I'm still being bothered by some elderly guy who I am not inviting to talk to me at all. In fact, I'm making it very clear that I'm uncomfortable and I need you to leave. And he sits down next to my stuff. I didn't know what to do at that point because the thing that I have with me to protect myself, he was next to it. Because there was no one. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Luckily, as I was trying to figure out what do I do? Do I leave my stuff and just try to find a different way out because it's not worth it? That stuff is not worth it. Or do I get my stuff and make a run for it? What do I do? Luckily, at that point, a woman with 2 dogs comes. I hear her in the distance and she's yelling at her dog. She's coming closer and closer. So I stay put. And the moment she comes and converges, and she's about to enter the forest, I guess, I don't know. She might have just went straight and by the edge of the forest. I don't know, because I wanted to warn her, but there's a creepy guy. But at the same time, she had 2 dogs, so I'm assuming that she was safe. But I used that moment to get the fuck out of there, because what the fuck? See what I mean? No. I try to stay out of everyone's way because even when I do, I get into weird situations. This is why I don't like leaving my house. I'd rather just stay here because it's just not safe at the moment. Why do you think men's mental health is so important to me? Because if that guy had a normal relationship with himself and had a little bit more respect for women, he would have known that it was not okay on any level to do what he did there, even if his intentions weren't, but I can't assume that they weren't, it's just bad vibes. I was terrified. I thought this is it. This is it. This is my true crime episode. Good time. I shouldn't have turned off my camera. But no, I survived, and I will make sure that I have the things that I have with me to protect myself on my body at all times. I will not leave it in my backpack anymore, even when I am in the middle of nowhere and should be safe. I mean, it should be safe anywhere. But yeah, it is illegal to have a gun. But I don't hunt though. I'm a vegetarian. I would never be able to. So yeah, no, I guess it's legal for hunting. I mean, it should be. You have to have permits. Like for fishing, you have to have permits as well. But I don't want a gun. Just leave me alone. Behave. Have some manners. Come on. Oh no, Tylos, I don't think so. That's the thing. I recently saw a video of a girl in the middle of nowhere in Nepal, and a man harassed her. Where he came from, no clue. Where he went, no idea. But there was literally no sign of civilization anywhere. And this guy actually said the word sex to her when he thought she didn't understand what he wanted. She knew what he wanted. He just didn't understand that she was not interested. Because why wouldn't a woman in the middle of nowhere not be interested in the only man? Maybe she's there because of that. I don't know. God dang it. I'm ranting. This is not a good start. Yeah, even if you just offer a friendly banner, the deadpan stare should have been a good indication for him to be like, okay, she just wants to be left alone. I should go. Right. Instead of he's sat down next to my fucking stuff. It's terrifying. That's not okay. You need a big dog? I want Loop. I wish I could. I wish I could, but I live in a studio and I have two cats already. But yes, the moment I get a chance to get a dog, I'll get a dog and I'll get a big one. Trust me. But I grew up with big dogs as well, so I'll be able to deal with it. But for now, I just have to. Every time I leave my home, it doesn't matter. Every time I open my front door, as I just told you, I have to assume that I could die. You know what is good for mental health, Monty? Today you won't get me. It's water, isn't it? Let's take a sip before we go into a sprint. I'm going to be muting myself so you won't hear me rant about scary situations. I know not all men, but do you understand a little bit when you hear me like this that it is a lot of them and it doesn't matter where you are. They will find a way. A little bit. I love some banners, but too much hair and too slow. I want one that is a little bit more aggressive. Right. Let's get to it. I'm gonna look at my to-do list and probably write some scripts. But I'll let you know after the first print what's up. Let me know what you're up to as well. Don't worry, I will let you know before the timer ends. Keep each other company in chat if that is what you want to do today. It would help me greatly because I'm a bit tired from myself. Yes, German Shepherds are also great. I'll try to find a picture of the dog I have in mind though. But I'm gonna shut up now first. Collect myself. Let's get to it. Good luck. Last minute. Hold on. We're taking a 10-minute break. How did it go? I have to finish this thought because it took forever to compile it, and now it's here and the alarm goes off. I had to decide, and I don't like making decisions. I had to decide which book I was going to talk about first, but I decided. Hi, Millie. How are you doing today? Yeah, hi, Marley. Last year I read Ender's Game because it was a book club submission. And if you don't know, we have a little book club. Every month we pull two books out of a jar through a raffle, so we don't have to fight about what book to read. You can submit any book you want. And one of them was Ender's Game. I didn't even know it existed. So I loved it. I mean, I haven't read a lot of that stuff, that genre. So maybe it's because I have new eyes, but I loved Ender's Game. I don't know. I loved it, and I do want to continue it, but I want to read everything. So it's a bit of a problem, especially if I don't actually, like with the Wheel of Time, I knew I wanted to finish it from the start. So I got one of those boxes, right? So you get into the series. And with Ender's Game, I wasn't sure whether I was going to like it. I could have been like, yeah, it was good, but I'm not interested in the rest. So I didn't buy, like, isn't it a trilogy? I thought it was a trilogy. But yes, that is one of the books, one of the series that I'm going to pick up next year. It's one of the bucket list things. I'm already in next year. You don't understand. This is my January, all right? The beginning of the autumn is when I start to feel alive and want to do things, and I know I can do them because the sun isn't harassing me anymore. So Wheel of Time, I haven't finished it. I can't bear it. I'm upset. All right, I don't want to talk about it, but that is one that I want to finish. Ender's Game I want to finish. What else was there? I think there was a few more. I haven't made the list yet. I just started the bucket list thingy. Winston, are you kidding? Do you need me to get the mint? Don't look at me like that. Don't. All right, it looks like I'm gonna need to find the mint. Did you pop them out and put new ones in or something? Wait, what? New eyes? Yes, I did. I do. I take them out at night and put them in a glass of water next to my bed instead of my teeth. But it's my eyes. I have no idea what you're talking about, Billy. Uh, Hold on. Let me see. Oh, I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know who those people are. Luke and Gijs? Can you name the song? What if I know those people? Because I do know like two guys that might do something like this. Can you put something, a link or something in the Discord? Because now I'm curious. Blah, blah, blah. My chat is freaking out again. I know. I'm doing too many things. Hi, Smile. How are you doing? There's a bunch of them, including a parallel series from Bean's perspective. I love that. I love that. I'll have to see how I'll tackle the series because I've got too many ideas already. It's not going very well. I was planning. I was planning ahead. So I have like a guide when I get overwhelmed because a huge part of my anxiety is that my brain wants to hold on to the whole picture. It has trouble letting go of the end result and just being here. So that's been a practice, and one way to do that is, for me at least, is to just plan it out so it's out of my head and I can let it go. And even if I do fall into the trap of trying to hold on to everything at once, I can tell myself it's written down. I don't need to remember it. It's right there. It's not gonna disappear. It's fine. So I've been planning, but then I got way ahead of myself. I have a guideline that technically could lead me well into spring next year, which is ridiculous, and I shouldn't do that. But now it's out of my brain, at least. I don't know, man. I don't know. My brain is broken. I'm a what? I'm a snow woman. Yes. I call myself a winter child. I'm a winter child. I do melt in summer. Yeah, this is true. You're right. You're right. Oh, Winston, please. Give me nuts. Why, though? I don't get it. You only drink from here when I'm... It's a stupid song that some guys recorded when they were very high, and you'll get high if you listen to it. Do you need to break it further? I don't know. Thank you, Millie. I'll take a look in the next print. Is it okay? Wizard just wants to read a novel. I think stepping on those keys. He's interesting. He's very interesting. He's my guard dog. Even not outside, unfortunately. Outside, he's a little bit of a baby, but that's okay. He's allowed. But inside, he tends to behave like a dog, like lay at my feet. And whenever I take a shower, he lays down in front of the door, like inside, but by the door, with his nose towards the opening of the door. Because if you live with cats, you no longer have privacy. I don't know if you know this. If you have cats, you do, but there's no closed doors. It doesn't exist. I mean, you could try, but you will rue the day that you close the door. So, you know, but Tooth has no interest. The moment she hears the what are you doing? I don't get it. Do you want me to hold you? Is that it? Do you want to be a baby for a second? It doesn't look like it, but we can do it. So yeah, he usually joins me when I'm in the shower, and then he lies down. He looks like a little lion protecting me, so I don't mind. I love it. In the beginning, he was very worried. Like, what the hell are you doing, human? Yeah, I'm talking about you. But these days, he has just accepted that he just needs to protect me from whatever it is that I'm doing to myself. Yeah, I know. I am chaos, but you help me. Don't be angry at me, please. You had twice the amount of candies just now. Do you want to go to the floor? Should I put you down? He has accepted his fate, but he hasn't accepted his fate. I don't know. I can see his face in the mirror, and he's just like... Okay, I'll put you down. Come here. Oh, oops. Who would have thought that the best time out for Winston is actually holding him like a baby? I should have known. Don't bully your sister! I should probably... There's no loops in this jeans, so... Because it's not jeans, it's Jenkins. Jenkins? No, that's not the word. That's a name. Oh, okay. Tooth is getting more confident as well. It's really funny. Silly cat, aka all cats. Yes, they are. No. Just yesterday, I was talking about how Winston isn't the kind of cat that bumps stuff off of tables, and he just now bumped something off the table. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Yeah, you just continue. If I don't respond, it's probably the best, right? Because otherwise he'll know that he gets a response from me. That's the first time he did that. He's never done that before. I jinxed myself. Why? Yeah, what? I had a cat visitor recently from another apartment in my flat. Oh, I love that, Millie. Before I had cats, before I got Bo, I was hanging up laundry on the first floor of the house that I was living in at that time. And I hear a meow behind me. So I'm like, I didn't have any pets because I just moved out like on my own. And I hear a meow. It's just this random cat who had entered my house and it just went up the first floor and everything. He was like, hello. Like, who are you? Cats are wild. They're wild. Right. You're just saying you did the bullocks to knock something over. Yeah, I jinxed myself. That's really silly. It was with Blistex though, so I'm gonna have to find it. All right, I'm gonna mute myself. This is our second sprint of the day. I'm going to try to focus on one thing because I'm doing three things at once at the moment, which is not ideal. Keep each other company in chat. Be nice, all right? I'll try to do my best to keep an eye on chat as well, but I'm writing a script, so I need to go do that. I'm gonna make some tea. Don't worry, I'm here, and I'll see you in 30 minutes. Good luck. Last minute. All right, that was the second sprint. How did it go? Oh my god, I'm on a roll today. I should go for foraging for mush more often. Oh no, we're taking a break. I was going to go straight into the power hour. See, I'm on a roll. But breaks are important. So let's take a deep breath and see who has come in. But first, because I forgot in the last break, I want to welcome Marley Moose and Fractals. Thank you so much for the follows. I'm sorry. I'm very focused today, but also a bit distracted. So I apologize. How are we doing? Hi Storm. How are you today? That mushroom energy. What is that? What is mushroom energy? Mushroom? I don't think I would be able to sit here. I did shrooms once. It was interesting. I don't like it. It's not my thing. I'm a control freak, especially over my own brain. So mushrooms, no, no, thank you. Also, in food, just normal mushrooms. No, please don't. Hi, Adam. How are you doing today? Um, Yeah, it's funny that I kind of assume that people wouldn't notice the profile picture, but alas, everyone is noticing. I did. It's a still from the video I made for the walk with me, which is what I'm going to do in the power hour. After this break, we're going into a power hour, which means we're going to practice flow. Practice is a very important word here because our focus has been deteriorating for a little bit, and the world has been trying very hard to make us as unfocused as humanly possible. But we're here to change that a little bit, just a little bit. So we'll take an hour and we'll practice focusing on preferably one task, but I like to multitask and jump between things. So at the moment, I'm jumping between writing the Monday note, which is going to be up on Patreon at 9 p.m. tonight, and writing a script for a YouTube video, talking with you. And in the back of my mind, I'm editing a video, which is it's a bit busy, but it's okay. I'm excited. Despite the sunshine, I swear it's the foraging. I should go foraging every day from now on if I have the time. I'll make time. I mean, focus can deteriorate if it was never there to begin with. Story of my life. Yeah, so that's why you need to practice the focus. It's it's a it's a muscle. You can train it, and it will get easier every time. I'll give you a little secret though. The hardest part of pretty much everything, really, is starting. Just starting. I learned this from my yoga teacher, who often reminds her students that getting on the mat, just getting on the mat, is the hardest part. But once you're there, usually it's fine. I'm kidding. Don't mess with me. I've actually been able to be a bit productive last sprint. Oh really? What did you do? Hi Swash. Shrooms doesn't seem like a cherry pie vibe. No, 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 thank you. Just thinking about it makes me a bit upset. Good morning, Oma. Yes. Today, extra grandma. I feel cute. Look, it's cute. Let's hope that the cats don't destroy it. I feel like I missed something. Mm, no, I didn't, but I did want to continue a thought. Speaking of Patreon, I am in the process of releasing everything that is on there for every member. So the tiers won't go away. If you feel like you want to support me and the channel and the adventures that are gonna be released really soon, then you have the option to become a paid member on Patreon. But ever since I was able to disable the mid-roll ads here on Twitch, I've been feeling uncomfortable with it because I had already, emotionally had to deal with my desire to make content on YouTube and how that platform is really built, really built on ads. So, you know, uh, I kind of have to accept that if I want to make videos about books. But it kind of started to really upset me that I had something behind an actual paywall on Patreon. I just kind of started it following the design that most people have over there, or that I was familiar with from the content creators that I know have a Patreon and who I've supported through their Patreon. But um, then the mid-roll ad thing on Twitch, I managed to turn that off. The pre-rolls I can't touch. That's just, there is no way. The only way to turn the pre-rolls off is by running mid-rolls. So, the lesser of two evils, pre-rolls, fine, but there's no mid-rolls once you've had the pre-roll. But going back to Patreon, I've been thinking about it a lot, especially during my last episode, my endometriosis episode, where I couldn't do anything but think. And I've come to the conclusion that I want to release everything to every member on Patreon. So you do have to become a member. Because of reasons, it doesn't matter. But there's not going to be like an early release. The walks, the love letters, the Monday notes are just going to be available for everyone. And if you then decide that you also want to pay me $1, that's great, because every little bit helps. But I don't want to actually put it behind a paywall. So I'm working on that, and it should be done by the 1st of October. That is kind of a deadline that I've had in my mind for a little while for other things as well. So I felt like it would be a fun anniversary date, I guess, for a lot of things, because it's the beginning of my favorite season, October. So that's what I'm going to be working on during the power hour once I finish the Monday note and added some things to the script, because I'm probably going to have to work through that when I can sit a little bit more comfortably, because I want to spread out a little bit. But I need to fix this corner. I know. I don't know how though, because there's really no room to change it. So I'll think about it a little bit more. Oh, and I listened to the song. I don't know the tree song. Who mentioned it? Millie? I think it was Millie. Something about trees. I am uncertain. It's an old video, and it was made when before I met those people that have the same names, and I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. That's so funny. I'm not gonna ask. I don't talk to them anymore. And what is the quote, sir? It's potatoes. Can you hear them? That's a heavy load of potatoes. I'm making a website for someone. It's still going slow, not yet in flow state. Focus goes in and out because of my scattered brain, so that just means I have to keep getting at it until I get in a flow. Exactly! You get it, Titles. Oh, I'm not worried about you. Oh gosh, that's another thing that has been bothering me. You're asking the right questions, Titles. Book merch. I would love to make merch. Especially a tote bag or something, and a notebook maybe. And I've been looking into it, and yes, there are ways to do that through Twitch or Stream Elements. And there was this other thing I was looking into, and I even designed a few things. But then Mia Maples uploaded a new video, and she made was it? She talks about her merch, and I realized, yeah, principles, morals. And if I want to live in a world where people have principles and morals, I will have to do whatever I can do to also listen to my own and not make them suit my needs or what is convenient. And using these platforms would be convenient. I could look into it, and maybe they do a pretty well job. But Mia Maples, you probably don't know her, but she has a merch label that has very small batches because she makes it herself. So she can absolutely ensure that it is as ethical, that the people get the wages that they deserve, the quality of the products is ensured. And once I know something, I have to act accordingly. So that is something that I'll have to push into the future. Once I have the opportunity, I would love to make merch, but I want to do it in a way that is according to what I want the world to be. And sometimes that means, being uncomfortable or not doing things that you want to do because it's not possible in the way that you want to do them. So um, that is something that will come in the future. But until I can do it in a way that I feel absolutely 100% okay with, I have to decline. Okay, one sometimes thinks of kindness as a luxury to afford to those led astray within their own disdain, but to those in need and others that walk gentler paths, it is a responsibility, an honor to requite unconditional goodwill. I agree with this 100%. I agree with this 100%. Yeah, kindness isn't just for those you deem deserving. Everyone deserves kindness. You don't need to know the person. Well, not everyone, but we're not talking about the exceptions. All right, I'm going to mute myself, finish the Monday note. Let me know what you're up to. But remember, this is a practice. If you fall out of flow, don't hate on yourself. Take a sip of water, stand up, have a little stretch, get back to it. If you practice getting back to it, you'll notice that the focus will come. All right, good luck, and I'll see you in an hour. Last minute. Welcome back. Right. That was scary. It's okay. Everything is fine. We had a moment. Winston. I don't know, man. He wants me to play with him, then destroys the thingy. But I'll fix it. I can fix it. He does that all the time. Toulouse wants extra spanks today. I don't know why, but I guess she needs them. So I'll have to oblige. How are we doing? Oh, wait, let me go back to chat because I'm still in my script. Yes, hi Garfield. This is the book that I was talking about yesterday. Um, Regarding why, in case you're confused about why I say I'm interested in men's mental health and then go on to read about rape culture. That is because I need to understand first what is done to women before I can start to unravel what it is on the other side of the story, you know? So, because I don't know what I don't know, the Me Too movement was very confronting to me because I was taught a few things that I thought were completely normal that were not, and explained a lot about how I ended up feeling after certain experiences. But I had internalized that it was normal to be treated that way. So if I don't know that it's not normal to be treated in a certain way, then how can I, you know, be of effective help? So this is one of the books that I want to read. I'm not going to be able to do that this year anymore because it's kind of full my plans, and also it's just really it's a heavy subject. I would rather not end the year with that. I'll start the year with it. Now Tuz is going insane with the feathers. All right, that is adorable. I need to get more feathers, I guess, for Christmas. But yeah, in this valuable and timely anthology, cultural critic and best-selling author Roxane Gay, that doesn't really say anything, but collects essays that address what it means to live in a world where women have to measure the harassment, violence, and aggression they face, and where they are routinely second-guessed, blown off, discredited, denigrated, besmirched, belittled, patronized, mocked, shamed, gaslit, insulted, bullied for speaking out. Often deeply personal and always unflinchingly honest, this provocative collection both reflects the world we live in and offers a call to arms, insisting that not that bad must no longer be good enough. If you were here at the beginning of stream, you understand why, indeed, it's important, because even in my own home, I get approached by scary men with suspicious looking cardboard boxes and unlaced shoes at my front door, you know? But if I want to be safer in this world, I'll have to put an interest in men's mental health, not only because it breaks my heart to see people hurting. Oh no, what do you mean? Okay, well, good thing I decided the camera is dead, going to die. What was it? It breaks my heart when people are hurting, and it doesn't matter what gender you are. But the thing is, I am not safe in this world. I cannot even go to the park by my home without being scared by a man, you know? So this is why I have to start here, and then I can also explain to men why, with better arguments, but also be treated better in daily life. Recognize when someone is abusing my character against me for their own pleasure, I guess. I don't know. But this is the book that I was talking about yesterday. Unlaced shoes. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Nice, Sasquatch. I haven't looked on Discord. I'll look later today. Is that okay? Oh yeah, yeah. He pretended to be from the a internet provider, claiming that he had to be inside my home. But uh, every alarm bell started ringing when I saw this man. What? It looked like he had like, I'm not even kidding, like rope in that box, an open cardboard box, unlaced shoes. I'm here to come into your home even though you don't know who I am. No, you're not. You are not coming into my home. But I'm from the internet provider. I don't care. I don't know who you are. I don't have an appointment with you. Oh, so I have to make an appointment with you. Yeah, yeah. And then I'll consider letting you inside my home. Okay, well, then I'll write a letter. He left. Never heard of him again. I had to call the police because he was not from the internet provider. I called them, asked them, and they were like, "Oh no, you have to call the police. This is that is bad. This is a ruse that people use to get inside homes." So, uh, you know, I am interested not just because I truly want to help men, because I understand the problem. I know what it's like to be lonely, and we all want to be understood. But it's also a bit selfish. I want to be safe. I want to be able to open my door without having to check cameras and decide whether it's worth it if I don't know the person. Because if I don't know the person, I don't know what their intentions are. Why are you at my door? You know what I mean? It's just, and during the walk, I said, like I said before, as well, I was in the middle of nowhere, and I get cornered in the middle of nowhere in a forest by an old man. I'm just minding my own business. I'm in the middle of nowhere. What do you mean? Anyway. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Ghost in the Latte and Agrippa Postumaus. Wow, those are two very interesting names. Welcome. Thank you for the follows. Hello, Angel. How are you doing? Was there duct tape as well? I'm sure there was. I'm sure there was. That's scary, isn't it? I wish I could. Man, those things are all illegal after that experience, and that's already like almost 3 years ago. After that experience with actually a man coming to my front door, I tried to look into what am I allowed to carry to protect myself. Nothing, nothing. Apparently, it's very safe in the Netherlands, so nothing. No taser, no, what is that? Pepper spray, nothing. Wait, now Twitch has a feature that allows you to rewind streams, so let's watch the beginning. Oh, I read about that, but I think that's only for subscribers. I think they only set that at the ending. But I think that's only for subscribers. I feel that's mean. There are certain books that affect me when I read them, like A Child Called It. Wait, thank you, Kevlar. Hi, Gnarly. How are you doing? Oh gosh, sorry. There were a lot of. I'm trying to read real quick, and now I'm going to go back. If I missed your message, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to ignore you. I just just lots of messages and went at once. I just don't answer the door, front door ever. Well, so ever since that, I have to admit, if I don't know the person, I don't open the door. I'll check, and if I don't know them, I really don't care. Even if they see me, I don't know you. I'm not opening the door. I don't care if the building isn't on fire. I ain't opening my door. But that was super scary. Can you imagine? I mean, if you are into true crime, you know this, but I'd never had an experience like that personally before. But there was a I forget his name, but like the night stalker, I think they called him. He would just enter homes and kill random people. It's insane. But I do also know about his childhood, and he was just he was doomed. It's a bit sad. Doesn't excuse what he did, but he was also failed by the system. I feel like quite badly. So which is why again we need to fix the mental health of everyone, probably. Thank you for the follow, Falling Dark Angel. Welcome. Hold a bunch of keys, put the keyring metal loop over finger like a ring, put the key between fingers, very good weapon. Garfield, I'll tell you something very, very, very sad. But the thing with the old man in the forest, The reason it's double upsetting to me is because I forgot to put on my ring. When I go outside, I generally wear a ring, just a ring on my ring finger. So if a situation occurs where I feel unsafe, I just show that I'm wearing a ring, because then the man will assume that there is another man who is already in possession of me. And I'm saying that because I have actually used it in several situations where I literally didn't do anything. After vocally saying no, I'm not interested, no thank you, physically and vocally making clear, like, I don't want to be mean here, but I'm not interested. No reply. Actually, I don't want to go into the situation because it was actually quite bad, the situation what I'm talking about in this case. I flashed my hand with just a random ring, literally, instantly, not another word. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know, and left. It's horrible. The most effective thing that I have discovered isn't not wearing makeup, isn't not wearing nice clothing. It's wearing a ring, and that's sad. And very, very dangerous if you think about it a little bit longer. It's ridiculous, but that has been the most effective thing. I wish I could take a taser though, because I would love to have that. Wait, what? Drag it up the roof, roll it off the edge like an old cupboard using your foot? That's a good one. Setting a building on fire after disposing of the sushi cloud is optional. Yes, always. Night Stalker is a great movie. Is it about the serial killer, Silas? Hi, Note. How are you doing? Oh, that's so cute. Hi, Skolja. How are you? It's a very state of affairs. Women cannot just believe women. Yeah. Look, it's a big old mess. It's always been a mess, though. If you read classic books, you realize that, you know what? We have always been animals. We'll continue to be animals. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try, because we also made a lot of progress. We invented fire. Well, not invent, but, we discovered fire. We didn't invent fire unless we were wizards somewhere in our past. But, you know what I mean? We made a lot of progress. But when it comes to social interaction, we have such a long way to go. Just the fact that we haven't learned from The Lion King 2. I'm telling you, I came up with this when I couldn't sleep, actually. Oh, the thoughts that I had in my last episode. I have come up with how you can convince me to do a watch party, like live streaming. I don't know how, because I don't have the setup. But if you want me to do a watch party somehow, it has to be global. And I've decided on the movie. We are watching The Lion King 2. All right? So, let's make it happen. No. Hi, Hitch. How are you doing? What happened to my hand? Nothing. These are just wrist warmers. My Mac tends to get very cold. So when I'm typing, it's nice to have a little bit something in between my hands and the laptop. And also when I'm reading and I'm sitting very still, I get cold hands. So it's just gotten, no, nothing so fancy. Sorry. Oh, Nightcrawler. I've heard about that. That's not about the serial killer, is it? Yes, Lion King 2, Wisdom, Lion King 2. That should be mandatory. It's so simple. It's so simple. The message of that movie is we are one. It doesn't matter what you look like, whether you're poor or rich. We are all human, or we're all lions. You know what I mean? But I guess we either didn't see the movie or we didn't get the lesson when we watched it as a kid. So mandatory movie for everyone, and that is the only way I will do a watch party. I have decided, and when I make up my mind, actually, like this, there is no going back. Dominique, what is up? We have to watch The Lion King 2. No, only if it's global. Global, global. Nuh-uh. Oh, it's with Jake Gyllenhaal, or isn't you're supposed to pronounce it differently, right? Oh my God, I want to talk about books a little bit more, but I forgot to eat this morning. I realized, so I kind of gotta go. It's okay, Hitch. And also, you can always ask questions. And now, be polite, be nice. Don't be one of those people. But you cannot ask a bad question here, all right? Just so you know. Um, how do you forget to eat? Well, by being all over the place and doing a lot of things at once and thinking, I will eat after this. And then say that the entire morning, and then suddenly you're streaming and you start shaking and you realize, oh, wait, I never got around to making that breakfast. Oops. Thank you, Maja. How are you doing? What I wanted to say, I'll just keep it a little bit short, I guess. No, I'm not going to read this book. I have decided upon the books that I want to read. I'm a bit upset about the sequel to Bunny, because I ordered Bunny and I thought it was going to be here tomorrow, well, today. But I guess because it's a new release, I was too late or something, because now it won't be here until the hardcover. It won't be here until like almost the end of October, which wouldn't mean I wouldn't be able to wouldn't be able to finish it. But I kind of want to make a video, a particular video, and I need the book. So I guess I ordered the paperback and it should be here by the 9th, but I realize now that it doesn't make any sense. I might as well have ordered the hardcover. This is stupid. Anyway, I wanted to read the sequel to Bunny for Spooky Month. As in, that's one of my own choices. I'm a bit sad now. God dang it. Now what? Do I just print out like the cover and pretend that I have the copy? I don't know. Maybe we need a movie night channel. I don't watch movies, Tylos. That's why I'm saying the only way you can get me to participate in a movie night is if we watch The Lion King 2, but only if we have people from literally all over the world. So that's, I know it's a huge task, but it's needed. Look at the state of the world. We need that movie. There's a lot of the work people arrive early and you're still eating. I don't know, Millie. I can't. I'm not. I'm bad at eating when people are watching me. When studying something, yes. When you're busy, when I read, I also forget like everything. Oh my God, wisdom! I knew something was up with that message. That's why my brain wouldn't allow me to read it out loud. I almost. I could procrastinate and work all day without eating much. The hunger would like get worse enough to eat one meal, but after that I wouldn't eat more. Yeah, Tylos, this is me as well, and I try not to be like that, but sometimes it just happens. Sometimes it just happens. Human beings are complex and full of nuance, and trying to simplify our existence is a major part of why things are going the way they are. It's complicated, but believing women is not. Yeah. Believing people, just believing people, because the thing is, it's not just women, all right? But I realize that if I, as a privileged white woman, get treated like this, oh my God, the minorities. And that breaks my heart, makes me angry, it makes me want to throw hands. And I am not a person that does that likes having angry thoughts. I want to be nice. I want to spread love. So, it makes me angry when I think about that. If these silly old white men think they can treat me like crap, what are they doing to the minorities, So, yes, but let's not, I can't. I need to go eat. So I'll talk about this tomorrow. I'm sorry. I need to go. I'm gonna faint. I'm actually seeing stars. Oh, hello. Thank you so much for the follow. What am I gonna do with your name? Don't eat the crayon, Sasquatch. Don't eat the crayon. Last week for my anime movie night, I rewatched Mobile Suit Gundam Speed. Oh, that must have been fun, Dominique. That one, that's Winston. After the dog in Hannibal, and it was a mistake. Don't name your cat after a dog. It will behave like a dog. Unless it wants to behave like an annoying cat, like right now. Look it. He does it on purpose. Otherwise, he would fight me. Don't you think? Look at this. What is this? I gotta go. Thank you so much for being here. I'll be back tomorrow. Look at the schedule to see what that means for you. Don't forget to drink water. I love you. And I don't know what I'm going to read tomorrow, but I'll let you know as soon as I know. Right? You have something else to say? Want to say goodbye? I think he's angry at me. I'll go talk to him. Bye.